In my last video, we found out which Eddsworld character has killed the greatest number of people. Yes, that's what the video was about, link in the description or at the end if you want to see it. You lot seemed to like it, I had fun making it, and one comment in particular stuck with me. If we also counted the times the boys died, we will have kill death ratios for all of them. You know what? I like the sound of that. So I went through each and every official Eddsworld video, again, to count the number of times each character has died on screen. By comparing that number with the kill counts from the last video, we'll be able to rank them based on their performance as if the entire show of Eddsworld were a video game. All of the same rules from last time still apply. I make the rules so I get to decide what counts as a death. Zombies are people who have been killed, but they can be killed again. Every death is included, even the non-canonical ones or those that were undone with timeline shenanigans. And I'm only looking for confirmed deaths, leaving ambiguity off the table wherever possible. Once again, that Spares massacre becomes a problem. In one sense, these clones are just the main boys, but in a more real sense, they really aren't the main boys. Let's just leave Spares to the end for now, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So place your bets once again. Which Eddsworld character has died the most and which one has the highest kill death ratio? Leave your guesses in a comment if that's what you'd like to do.
We're gonna crash! We can't crash! Oh god, someone please help me!
Tom, no!
We are all going to die.
So coming in last place with 7 deaths, we have Tord. As with the kill count video, Tord is at a disadvantage for being in so few videos, but he's been killed plenty of times. He manages to die in all 3 zombie attack videos, getting eaten by a zombie, dying as a zombie, and getting killed by Tom as a ghost. He also dies in Zombie Nation along with all the other boys at the end, same with Halloween 2005 and Halloween 2007. In all 3 of those videos, everyone dies. The end. Tord's only other death is in F is for Fun, where he pulls a Dr. Strangelove and rides an atomic bomb to his own demise. He does appear later in the video, but come on. I'm not including the demon from Tribute in Tord's death toll because that's not technically him. Also, the caveman boys are different characters, they don't count either. In third place, bumping up to 11 deaths, we have Tom. Alongside everyone else, Tom dies in the 2 Halloween specials and in Zombie Nation, but he also dies twice in Zombie Picnic along with Ed and Matt. They all get infected by zombies and then get hit by a car. Other than that, Tom gets bitten in Zombie Attack 3, gets impaled by his own stake gun in Matt Sucks, and then dies a bunch in the Tom's Tales series. In Tom's Tales of Awesome, he jumps into a blender and falls off a cliff. While in Tom's Tales of Brilliance, he dies in a skating accident and flies straight into a jet engine. As with the body count, Tom's Tales really helps him out here. Other than these videos, which do not feature the rest of the cast in any meaningful way, there is literally no video in the history of Eddsworld where Tom dies alone. He only dies when everyone else does. Up next with 13 deaths, we have Matt. And Ed. It's a tie. Matt is like Tord in that he's killed in all 3 zombie attack videos. He gets killed by a zombie, and as a zombie again. As with everyone else, he dies in Zombie Nation, Halloween 2005, Halloween 2007, twice in Zombie Picnic, and in my opinion, twice in Matt Sucks. Vampire stories are like zombie stories in that they differ a lot between various interpretations. In this particular video, a vampire finds Matt and sucks his blood, and then Matt falls to the ground, getting up a few seconds later. In Bram Stoker's Dracula, I believe that the undead are classed as being dead in the same way that a zombie might be. By my own rules, getting infected by a zombie counts as dying, so by that same logic, getting bitten by a vampire is as good as getting killed and coming back to life. This is Matt dying once, and this is Matt dying twice. If you disagree with me, no you don't. He also dies at the end of Fanservice 1 and again in Fanservice 2 with the exact same ending gag. That's a nice little touch there. And then finally, he dies in the car crash alongside Ed at the end of Casino Night. Speaking of which, Ed also has 13 deaths throughout the course of the series. To cover the basis, everyone dies in Zombie Attack 3, Zombie Nation, Matt Sucks, Zombie Picnic again, and also the 2 Halloween specials. But unlike the others, Ed dies twice in those Halloween videos. In the opening credits of Halloween 2005, he gets shot in the face, while in the opening credits of Halloween 2007, Matt whacks him over the head with a big hammer. He also dies at the end of Casino Night, he dies at the end of This World of Ed, he dies at the end of Sugar Sugar, and dies at the beginning of Ed's Tales of Boredom. So that's all the boys' deaths tallied up. It's impressive how similar most of them are and how just 6 episodes make up more than 50% of everyone's deaths. Was not expecting that at all. If we add them all up, we get a grand total of 44 deaths. Far less than the kill count, but still impressive all things considered. Until you start talking about spares. In that episode, a lot of clones are killed, but none of the original boys are. If you ask me, these do not count as main character deaths. If they do, then I guess my next video is going to be about the ethics of cloning technology, but for now I tallied them all up just for fun. Within that ending massacre, Tom has the highest number of clone deaths with 6 overall. His clones are killed by Tord, Ed, Tord again, Ed again, Tord again, which is very on brand, and then he gets thrown out of a window before the fade to black. Ed clones are next with 5 overall. They die at the hands of Ed, Tord, Ed again, Tom, and then this one gets thrown at the evil director. I'm saying he dies here, but your mileage may vary. As for Matt and Tord, they have 2 and 3 deaths respectively. Tord clones are killed by Tord here, Tord there, and Matt here, while Matt clones are killed by Tord here and Ed there. There are some unaccounted for deaths. I have no idea who these guys in grey are supposed to be, and I don't know who Tord kills at the end, but he doesn't sound like any of the boys. I think he was an innocent bystander. Now here's where it gets real tricky, all of the corpses. I can't be sure that we're not double counting any deaths from earlier, but assuming that these are all unique, there are 3 Eds, 3 Toms, 2 Tords, and 2 Matts. As for the rest of the episode, Ed gets hit by a truck in the arcade and is also seen burning here, that's 2 deaths for him. Tord blows up 3 arcade machines, and while people are seen flying, I don't think they die when he does that. I also don't consider Tom getting thrown in the bin to be a death, in case you were wondering. Here then is the ultimate clone death toll in spares, and here's what happens if you include the clone deaths in the overall death toll. Of course we know that about 1 million of each clone dies by the end with a few stragglers remaining, but I don't think any of them really count for our purposes. Now it's time for the kill-death ratios, counting each kill in spares as a kill but not a death, if that makes any sense. This is what the scoreboard looks like. On the left of the colon we have the number of kills achieved by each character, and on the right we have the number of times each of them die throughout the series. We can use these numbers to find the MVP by simply dividing the number of kills by the number of deaths. Matt has a KD of 1.69 to 1. Not really that surprising, still better than my KD after nearly a decade of playing TF2. Ed is next with a kill-death ratio of 2.38 to 1. Tord is in second place with a KD of around 3.29 to 1. And in first place once again we have Tom with a whopping 3.63 recurring kills for every death. Of course we can't forget about the zombies. In the body count video I worked out that the boys were able to kill 36 zombies across every zombie video. Meanwhile the grandma kills 5 zombies on screen during Zombie Picnic on top of the 12 heads that we see in this pile. Adding to that this zombie from Brainimated, we get a grand total of 42 deaths. You might remember that the zombies have a collective 25 kills, meaning their kill-death ratio is approximately 0.6 to 1. That's not great, but that's pretty characteristic of zombies. As I said before, zombies are disposable yet formidable. Individual zombies can be a threat, but when faced with an endless horde, that's when you start having problems. I did not count the deaths of anyone else. To my knowledge, every other character has only died once, or twice if they turned into a zombie. Xanta might be the only one with more than 2. He was already dead, of course, and if you include this moment as a death and this moment as a death, that would maybe be 3. That's kinda stretching it. I don't have much more to say. These videos have been fun to make. Let me know if there's a similar topic you'd like me to cover. Until then, I guess you should subscribe and join me next time for a 30-minute analysis of Bendy Stick.